We are molded into believing business as usual as reality. We hardly question anything. And yet successful companies such as Apple are successful by challenging the status quo. I would like to talk today about the magic of suppressing reality and augmenting possibility. We had one of our champions, Mr. Baker Magunda from Guinness, that addressed our delegates today, and this was the theme of his share. We are molded into believing business as usual as reality. We hardly question anything. And yet successful companies such as Apple are successful by challenging the status quo and believing that there is a better way and a simpler way and a user-friendly way of delivering their product. There was an announcement by the central bank that they were going to intervene in the textile industry with loans at interest rate of 5% per annum. And there was an uproar and a furore on one of the WhatsApp group I belong to, which had many microfinance bank owners and bank CEOs on the platform. And the common feeling was, this is not sustainable, it's not possible to achieve, and why is the CBN throwing red herrings? There is actually a saying by Nelson Mandela on the solar sailor that says it's impossible until it is done. We were led to believe that it was impossible to achieve billion mobile talk time by the second in Nigeria until Globacom achieved it. We never thought for a minute that it would be possible to make international calls almost free through WhatsApp. We were paying as much as almost $2 to $3 per minute for international calls. It's always impossible until it's done. And the whole magic is about suppressing the reality that is based on business and as usual, and augmenting possibilities that leads to a new thinking that creates a new reality, some of which I've discussed. Today, the sector that the banks and the microfinance bank, which give interest rates at 22% and 120% per annum respectively, is threatened. It's threatened by the players themselves. There is no other industry where the welfare package is so skewed compared to the average. Why would you have an unwritten rule that once you're a manager in a bank and above, you have 2 cars, including an SUV, that will be replaced every 4 years? This does not exist in any other industry. And when they cry that 5% interest rate is impossible, how is it possible that the banks are able to give to themselves loans, mortgage and personal, at 4% interest rate per annum? I was shocked when I found this out by interviewing staff from banks for a new bank that is coming up. I feel that it's always better to think possibilities, disrupt yourself before somebody does it for you. With the entry of telecoms companies, of the likes of WhatsApp and Facebook, and even big retailers into the banking space, the new reality will be low interest rates that will stimulate growth in the economy and that will be available for the bottom of the pyramid. I think it's better for the banks to moderate their overhead, bloated overheads, disrupt themselves and start providing these interest rates for the majority of Nigerians before they are disrupted by the new entrants. This is my view.